All right, I want you guys to go support Piston Mike. Y'all go hit the subscribe button. He at 480 right now. Let's get him to 1,000, 100,000, 500,000, million subscribers as soon as possible, bid. Let's help him put it down. Make sure you go over there and subscribe. If you like the Pistons, you want to support me, think about sending me a donation. Best way you can help me right now is go subscribe over to Piston Mike and go help him get his numbers up, putting in work, hard work, smart work, dedicated work, consistent work. So make sure you go over there and appreciate that work. So remember, the name is Piston Mike, and I have a link in the description. If you have a problem finding it on YouTube, it'll be under source link or Piston Mike channel link in the description. Peace.
All right, man. Appreciate you girls and guys for coming on. Let's talk about the Detroit Piston cap. Apparently, the Pistons supposed to have a nice amount of cap, and yeah, I will be getting my hair cut pretty soon. I tried to get it cut yesterday, but I had no appointments with COVID. Man, they doing everything by appointment. But yeah, man, I tried to get the Mitchell Robinson video up earlier. It didn't work, so it'll go up after this one before the day is over with, or it strike midnight. It'll be up. But yeah, apparently the Pistons have some cap room, and also they are one of a few teams in the running for Jalen Smith. I'll talk about that tomorrow. All right, so I'm put that on my agenda real quick before we even get into this video. Because if I don't write it down, then I'm gonna think I'm gonna forget, or I'm gonna try to think real hard. I'm gonna try to think real hard about it. Like, dang, I could remember something, and I'll be doing something else tomorrow. Then it pop in my mind. I'm like, oh, this is what I forgot. This, that, and the third. So yeah, let me put that in my notes. Uh, and I'm happy they're interested in Jalen Smith. It's the type of risk everybody, a lot of Piston fans want to. A lot of Piston fans want to. Um, they want to spend money on DeAndre Ayton, which is dumb. It's the dumbest idea they had yet, even dumber than the Jeff Okuda idea. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what his numbers say. He's not athletic enough to do what we trying to do. What we trying to do is do what Cleveland trying to do is trying to build that interior with two athletic bigs. And with some luck, you might end up with a combination of Mo Bamba, Jalen Smith. They're interested in, we know. Mitchell Robinson ain't interested, we know. And in Mo and Paolo or Jabari Smith or something like that. Now, somebody said I just like the Pistons to get Mitchell Robinson 25 million. I'm not paying nothing over 15 million for Mitchell Robinson. You know, if somebody overpaid 20 million for Mitchell Robinson, I'm fine. I'm fine paying 20 million for Jalen Bronson before I pay that money for Mitchell Robinson. I'll let that be known right now. But it says that the only three teams projected to have 2022-2023 cap space after cap projection revised from not 119 million to 121, so it's only 2 million more. It's the Pistons with the most cap space, 31.4, Orlando 28.1, and San Antonio 22.5 million. Full pre-trade deadline, summer 2022 landscape outlook coming for Sports Track soon. So this is a Sports Track. I like using Sports Track, I like the interface, all of that. So this is where we at with it, right? You got a lot of cap space. You can create more cap space by taking on expiring contracts. Now, what are the expiring contracts in the National Basketball Association? Only one I know of is Joe Ingles. It's the only contract that I've seen. I don't follow basketball like I used to. I don't even watch the Pistons like I used to. We get old. Here you come with that barking. I only watch them. Oh, my bad. I only watch it like I used to. Hold on. I already know you can do that. I'm gonna start using that now. I know you can do that. I can switch the tab. I ain't gotta take the thing off. But I mean, they create more cap space by getting by the two highest contracts is Jeremy Grant and Kelly Olynyk. Now, if they trade Jeremy Grant for 2 first and don't have to take a contract back, then fine. But if they can trade Jeremy Grant for some picks and get an expiring contract, you get 20 more additional million off the cap. So that 31 can go to 50 real quick. So think about that for me. Another thing talking about cap as well, too, is speaking on cap is there any pressure on Troy Weaver? The only reason I say there's no pressure on Troy Weaver is because he didn't get to pick his own coach in Dwayne Casey. So that's why I think it shouldn't be no pressure on him. He didn't get an opportunity to pick his own coach. So that's just my opinion on it, man. And on that, but So they can move if they can move that Jeremy Grant contract and get expiring contracts for that, and they can have 20 more additional million. If they can move Kelly Olynyk contract, I'm not sure how much Kelly Olynyk made. Let's see. Let's see real quick. He makes annually he makes 1.1. Next year be 20. So you get that if you can. I like to keep Kelly Olynyk. You get that 12 and that 20. I 32 additional cap rooms. That's I think that's more. You can sign. With what about over 60? You can sign. You can sign two regular max contracts at around 20 something. You can sign three, depending on what the market is for the max contract. You can sign three regular max, the super max going up, but with the cap space, I mean, with this cap space, honestly, uh, it could be a curse too. If they put pressure on Weaver to win now, it's like, he like Bob Quinn. They gonna start forgetting Bob Quinn and Matt Patricia, Quinn Trisha. When they took Jeff Okuda, they gonna start rushing. Bro. So, like I said, just because you got cap space don't mean you got to go dumb and rush to put a winner on. It's not like baseball where you could put a whole bunch of talent together, and a lot of times it's gonna mesh over the times it don't mesh. So me personally, bro, they just gotta be smart with the money that they have. Also Cleveland traded for Karis LeVert. He never healthy, but so yeah, that is what it is from that output. Yeah, that don't really surprise me at all. With them having this much cap. The two biggest contracts they got is Kelly Olynyk and Jeremy Grant. But you don't look at some free agents that's to be available, man. Once again, how I would spend my money. Like I said, it depends on what what they do with it depends on what they do with Jeremy Grant. Like I said before, I would tell if I couldn't do anything else with Jeremy Grant, I turn that into I turn that 20 million whatever into an expiring contracts and try to get at least one first. So like I said before, of course you're not bringing back a big load, but once you're doing, you create more cap space. So I could trade him to Phoenix and take back some expiring contracts. I would. If I could trade him to Utah and I can get that $20 million number in expiring contracts, I would. If I get some of that number of expiring contracts, then I need two first. If I get it all in expiring contracts, then I only need a first. So now if I can't end up with a Davion Mitchell, Jalen Brunson, I can't end up with, Mo or somebody like that, then I want to liquidate Jeremy Grant or whatever you call it. I want to take Jeremy Grant's contract. And I want to turn that into expiring contracts and draft capital. That's exactly what I want. I want that contract to be gone. So then I have 50.1.4 money. Kind of you want Kelly Olynyk? I'm gonna need another first, and I'm gonna need or an expiring contract. But you look at some of the guys that's gonna be available. You look and say, what's our biggest needs right now as we stand pat? It's the 5, it's the uno, it's the 1 and the 5. Would I take these guys? No. He got a player option. He gonna opt out for $50 million. I don't like Bradley Beal. I'm saying I don't like him as a player. I just don't think he's that good. So looking at some of these guys, what pops out most to me is this guy right here, Zach LaVine. I believe in him. Came back off an injury, works hard. DeMar DeRozan might have stole Chicago from him, but him and Cade in the backcourt would be nice. Only issue that he did battling a back injury, so whatever that's going on, hopefully that's good. Only thing that worried me about him is he got to defend when he come here. But what is he about? What is he about us? He don't got his height. He about what 6'6", 6'5"? Zach LaVine height. It's one of my favorite players. Him and Damian Lillard. 6'5". So yeah, him and Cade have a good backcourt. Be 27 in March. So yeah, him and K to have a good backcourt. So I like Zach LaVine, paying him some money. Patrick Beverly might be somebody of interest. Young team, veteran presence. Uh, Covington just got traded. TJ Warren, I doubt it. Um, Bagley won't be free, so you might have to trade nothing to bring Bagley in. Thomas Bryant gonna be free, coming off of ACL. Jared Culliver gonna be free. Somebody who probably just needs some more, who need a different look at the shooting guard. I think came from Texas Tech. Mo Bamba gonna be free. So Colin Sexton, Kendrick Nunn gonna be free. So you got the trade for Kendrick. Um, so Bruce Brown Jr. gonna be free, out boy. Brian Forbes will be somebody that can use, that can shoot it. So I see a few guys I like. Miles Bridges, I think he said he wanted to stay there, so that's fine. Lonnie Walker might take a flyer on him. Josh Okongi. I mean, so you got some guys just skimming through here. And some of the guys I like for the Pistons. I said I would spend money on Zach LaVine. It's one of the few guys I've seen. I'll max him out, bring him to Detroit. I like Bagley straight, Truck Tucker, whatnot, but Bagley straight. I take a flyer on Culliver. I take a flyer on Mo Bamba, Colin Sexton, none. I wouldn't mind taking flyers on them. So yeah, some guys in there I take flyers on, most definitely. Bridges. So yeah, some guys take, the Jalen Smith if when he come up. Yeah, Anthony Simmons, pay him some money. So they got some options. You got some options. Anthony Simmons, I don't think you have to max him out. I think a good 10 or 15 on 2 or 3 years. That'd be good. You know what I'm saying? You still end up with Bobo when his leg get right. That's cheap right there. I mean, so Malik Monk, he'd be free. Somebody can stretch the floor off the bench for you. So I mean, they got some options. If you could turn Jeremy Grant and get 50 million in cap space, they can turn this around. Good draft. Zach LaVine. Bring in somebody like Jalen Smith or Mo. Jalen Smith would be cheaper. Mitchell would be cheaper. Thomas Bryant would be cheaper. Bring in a guy who might need a different look than Jared Culliver. So they might be good, bro. So that's some of the things I do with a couple of the dollars, just looking on the top. But yeah, that's something that I do at all for sure. Get somebody young, athletic in the middle. Gonna draft Paulo or Jabari, something like that. We see how they go. Might not be that high. Might have to sell for the kid from Purdue or Jalen Durham at the 5. They got a check. They got some options, bro. The free agency looking pretty good. I pay some money for Anthony. All right, if you ask me just looking at this, bro, what would be my game plan with everybody? I might look at Jay Sean Tate too. Looking at this, what would be my game plan off the top? I would out of the big fellas, Smith, Mitchell, Jalen Smith, Mitchell Robinson, Mo, one of them guys, or Thomas Bryant. I probably would go with I'll probably say I'd stick with you're gonna have to pay Mo. You have to pay Mo. I'll probably say Mitchell Robinson. I'm looking to pay him between 10 and 15 million. So I take Mitchell for 10 to 15. I might take a flyer on Gary Payton Jr. coming off my bench. Pay him a little bit of money, 5 to 7. Just throwing some names out there. Anthony Simmons, I pay him about 15, about 10 to 15 to come here, and I max out Zach LaVine. That's exactly what I would do. That's exactly what I would do. And if I couldn't, I said somebody before him, but that's what I'd do. Them guys, I'm kind of just off the humbug. What I would do, I do Mitchell. I pick up Mitchell for 10 to 15. I pick up Simmons for around 10 to 15. And I max out Zach LaVine. That'd be the 3 moves I make. Simmons at the 1. I might even bring in Patrick Beverly or Gary Payton the 3rd. Those be the 4 guys I bring in if I could. And we got some good incentives for we got great incentives for Zach LaVine. Going against Chicago 3 or 4 times a year. So that's what I do. I'm gonna get on the Mitchell Robinson video real quick, fix the audio. Hopefully this audio is A-OK. Check Detroit Piston Talk playlist out. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, subscribe us the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance to get notifications. Go live and drop a video. We got something live to talk about tomorrow. We go live, but trade deadline coming up pretty soon. We get to that. Check out Detroit Piston Talk playlist. Financially, you want to support the channel? Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. Best way to donate. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. That subscribe button, bell icon button, hit on notifications. Check out my main channel right here on YouTube, Goodfella TV. For all sports, music, news, and entertainment. Check me out on Spotify, Anchor at Goodfella TV Podcast.